Hi, I'm Doc Stoehner with XSA International. In this video, I'm going to show you the rudimentary basics to applying a tourniquet. The use of tourniquets are indicated only in the event of a catastrophic traumatic injury that results in great blood loss and could potentially result in death. Through the proper application of a tourniquet, that blood loss can be quickly and efficiently stopped, allowing time for evacuation to appropriate medical care. People can bleed to death in as little as 2 minutes. The loss of 2 to 4 pints of blood alone will result in disorientation and anxiety. In Tactical Combat Casualty Care, a tourniquet is the first line of defense for multiple casualties in other than desirable conditions. Now, the first thing you need to be sure of whenever you're handling a bleed is you always need to remember your body substance isolation. Always wear gloves because it's just not worth the risk. Stock your tourniquets so you can get to them easily. Prepare the tourniquet in advance so that your response can be quicker because you never know, you may have to apply the tourniquet to yourself. Proper application of a tourniquet means placing the tourniquet approximately 2 to 4 inches above the wound. Now, if you don't want to sit there and measure 2 to 4 inches in time of crisis, you can use a palm width of your hand, and understanding that that tourniquet needs to be placed at least a palm width up above that traumatic injury so that it can occlude the artery, unless the wound is on the furthest extremities comprised of 2 bones. Only place tourniquets on the long bones because arteries run to the inside of the short bones, making them harder to occlude effectively. By placing it on a long bone, you're actually able to occlude that artery much more effectively. Once the tourniquet is firmly in place, you need to tighten it down so it completely stops the distal pulses of the leg or the arm. There should be no capillary refill at all. Check capillary refill. If you need a second tourniquet because the first one is slipping, use that second tourniquet. It's also important to remember not to forget to dress out catastrophic bleeds so that you can encourage local clotting and help to prevent infection by keeping that wound covered. It's possible to convert to a pressure dressing, increasing the survivability of the limb, but those situations are iffy and risky and you need to know what you're doing. If you tourniquet a patient, it's important to remember to mark the T in blood on the patient's forehead along with the time so that the doctor at the emergency room or that final facility for care is going to know what time that tourniquet was placed on there, and also just being aware of the fact that there's a tourniquet on the patient. I'm Doc Stoehner with XSA International, and thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you have questions you want answered, let us know. Send us an email or visit our Facebook page.